Hi folks, Gabor speaks today about how I got to Poland. And as a disclaimer, I want to say that I'm really pissed off because my fucking microphone doesn't work that I have paid 300 zlotys for. And yeah, this audio is just going to be shit probably. I have no idea. I don't care. Not anymore, not at the moment. I also installed GTA 3 and it doesn't work because Windows 10 doesn't let me access my own DVD drive, and I just cannot find a solution. Like, I am the system owner and still I cannot access my own shit. So this is not my day. Nevertheless, in 2012, 15th of February, I arrived to Poland, to Kraków. And the feelings that I got back then, they were completely different to the feelings that I have right now. So I probably shouldn't make this video at all, but it's there's only 23 minutes till I can say that on this day in 2012 I arrived to Poland. So I'm going to make this video anyway. Right. It was already a bit cold, yes. So it was again the middle of February. It was really cold, snowing. My bus got stuck. It was hours and hours stuck in Slovakia, going just 20 kilometers per hour from A to B, really slow like a snail. So I just arrived late, 4 or 5 hours later than my bus was projected to arrive. So that was quite bad for me, but it was even worse for my dear buddy and her friends that were waiting for me on the bus station and around the bus station for quite a long time. But still, they were really nice. They were two nice Polish girls. They were helping in carrying all my bags, my belongings, and that's how my journey started in Poland. Of course, the first day straight to parties, and I'd never really stopped partying from that day until the end of the semester, which was about July, right? July 2012. So yeah, that was a pretty crazy time. And I was thinking that why did I stay in Poland? This is a question that I got from the chat, and it's indeed a good one. It's a good one because it's not really obvious. I feel that the answer has more than one layers. And the first being, of course, very superficial. Like, what do you think when you come to Poland? Pretty ladies and cheap alcohol. But that doesn't really feel like a satisfying answer because guess what? In Hungary, ladies are also pretty and the alcohol is quite cheap. So if I was, for example, British or Dutch or more and more true for Americans, then yeah, like this would be maybe true, but no, not for a Hungarian, I don't think. So why did I stay in Poland? Stay is a good question. And the next layer of the answer, it is that I felt somewhat unique in this country. Like, being a Hungarian in Hungary is not really unique, right? So that when you go to another country, then you say that, okay, I'm a foreigner, I'm special. But yeah, that was also true when compared to other foreigners, like foreigners from Spain, Italy, all these countries. Again, I was not too special. Yeah, like we also have the saying, of course, that okay, Polák węgiel vábratanki do szabli do szklanki. So that means that we are really good friends with Polish people, Hungarians and Polish, two brothers, right? Yeah, I guess it used to be like that, and there's still some sentiment between the two peoples. But I think this friendship is fading. I think both of our nations, in my opinion, unfortunately, looking to other cultures to admire and other peoples to seek strong connections with. I personally think that's a mistake. Nevertheless, what I see is true is that this friendship, true friendship, when we look at this history, we were like, oh, this for many centuries actually. Nevertheless, people know less and less about it, and this friendship is slowly dying. So this was also not really the reason why I stayed in Poland. And also because for long periods of time I felt miserable here. I felt that it is a really bad country for me, that I deserve better, that this is something that I just do sort of as an exile, a voluntary exile from my real life that I was supposed to live somewhere else. That's what I was thinking, and I thought that okay, so maybe it's time to leave. Many times I thought that okay, that's not good for me here. I need to leave Poland. But then I just looked around me. Yeah, there were a lot of expats who thought exactly the same way, saying that yeah, Poland is just a shit country with shit people that are really just not smiling. They are just rude, and the winter is cold. It is just not really a great country to live in compared to many other options. Maybe they have some truth in what they are saying, but what I also observed is that, well, they didn't really become happier after they have left the country, after they have left Poland. So they just continued the way they were living, the sort of, let's say, unhappy existence with some better pictures on Instagram. Really, that was all what was different. Their lives didn't really become happy. They just lived on in a sort of unhappy life in a different environment that was more sunshiny. It was, yeah, like the the glitter was a bit brighter on their shit, I guess. Well, anyway, my point is that I saw that this is really not the way. Like, okay, those people left and they are supposed to live in more beautiful places. Nevertheless, their lives are still more or less the same unhappy as it used to be. So my conclusion was that no, it's not a good idea to leave. Like, if I feel unhappy, it's not because of the country, it's because the way I am living my life. So that was a big realization for me that Poland is not to be blamed, I am to be blamed, and my way of living. And I changed it. I did change it. And then for a long while it became even harder. Harder because there was a world that existed before that just got destroyed. This sort of self-efficient world when I work in a corporation and I am somebody and I am a worthy part of the society. And I never really that's the that's the really funny thing that I never really believed in this, but I still sort of forced myself to believe in this concept that yeah, it's a great thing to work for a corporation because I will eventually achieve fulfillment and happiness because I have no idea why. I just never really admitted to myself that this is not my way. This is really not my way. So after this realization, I just changed my ways. I changed really a lot of things that I was doing in my life. I quit my job and I just started doing all the things that I hadn't done before because I thought that, oh well, if not try now, then when? So I just looked around what is around me and what is it that I would really love to do. And I found a lot of things. I found public speaking, I found dancing, I found improv comedy, stand up. I oh, in the course of these past 5 years, I have found and tried so many things that I would need to make 10 other videos just to list all of them. So whatever sounded good and great, I just tried it. I had my second childhood, pretty much. And what I needed to realize that I, as a person, as a human being, am or was really small, really, really small. That I was, before that, I was so protected from myself, from other people, from disappointments, etc., that I couldn't really bear even this mild reality that was around me. And I'm not even sure that if all the support was withdrawn for me because my family still supports me a lot, I'm still not sure that I could actually stand on my both feet. Objectively speaking, I probably could, but I still don't have this really profound confidence that that is needed to run a great life. So all in all, I could talk about this forever, but I feel that I need to get to the point real soon. All in all, my years in Poland was they were part of a tremendous discovery, a discovery that I haven't dared to do before. And I'm really glad for it. And the more I get to know about myself, the more I can appreciate this world. And the first time in this 9 years, I feel real gratitude towards Poland. I feel that I came to a place that molded me into something better, so that this sort of rudeness and crudeness of the land, of the people, at first it's a bit harsh, but they don't really reinforce all the bullshit that I have brought before, and it's not really pampering me anymore. So that was great environment for me to develop in, and for that I'm super grateful. And I still don't feel that Poland is my end station. But like 9 years ago, I just came here for a semester, so, and it was 9 years ago, right? So a pretty long semester, and I don't really want to say that will be the end of it because I just never know. I stopped planning really. Like all my plans were just diminishing so fast in a split second that I don't think that I should plan anymore. So I'm not going to do it. For what I know, the next 10 years might still see me in Poland. Nevertheless, I am grateful and I want to thank for all these 9+ years. No, dziękuję bardzo, Polsko. Zobaczymy jak będzie, ale na razie jest dobrze. Duży szacunek.